I believe we are live. What's up, everybody? I'll give people a little bit of time to get on. Get rid of my gum here. Nobody wants to hear me smacking on gum the entire time. What's up, everybody? We're about an hour late from streaming. We were supposed to stream at 1, but I've realized that my Wednesday timing is probably going to be 1:30 to 2, because on Wednesdays I have to do a very, very long bike ride from work. So I'm like tired, and when I get home I just want to shower and relax. And so I need to do a little bit of that before I get in. What's up, Disarray? What's up, Risto? What's up, Mike G? What's up, Cody? So today, well, first let me change my title because it is not Monday. It is Wednesday. Today is the 12th. There we go. All right. What's up, Matthew Ward? All right, so what I wanted to talk about today is, how's everybody liking that Heartseeker? Mine is great. So I do love the fact that they made it a kit that you can apply to your F7A. So it kind of made it to where I suppose I didn't need to get a Super Hornet, but the thing about it for me is I needed it to be a two-seater. So even if I could apply it to my F7A and then take it off, it not being a two-seater would have still killed it for me. What's up, Blue 4? So, again, I'm going to attempt to do fight for Pyro tomorrow. I don't have anything crazy going on, so I'm gonna try to hop on at like 7:30. We'll see what time I can hop on, but I want to say 7:30 to 8. And then I'll be trying to fight for Pyro and all of the things. I haven't been able to log on in a hot minute, so yeah. But yeah, that Heartseeker, now the official data is out, so just wanted to see how many people went through and got one of those. So first, let's see if the stats have changed since it is officially released now. So let me go and open that up. Let's see, where is it at? If you guys don't know, Even Lease has already done like a nice little comparison video. I'll probably end up doing one as well to find the king of the heavy fighters, so to speak. And I'll probably just do it for all of them. Just a lot of comparison videos. So look for that in the next 2 weeks or so. Well, let's say 3 weeks, because I now have to do a review on the Super Hornet. I got to do a review on the Super Hornet, which the Super Hornet Mark II, with the Heartseeker attachment. So that'll be like, I'll count that as a variant, I suppose. And then I technically have to do, I don't know if I'll do a review on the F7A Heartseeker, because I feel like that's weird. So I feel like that's just more of a comparison video. So it'll be like F7A, F7C, and it'll be both Mark II. And then it'll be the base versus the Heartseeker variants for both. And I think that makes sense. So Yeah, and I still have to finish the Misfortune review. I'm trying. I'm trying. All right, so let's put these up on screen. All right, first let's put this. We're doing Heartseeker Mark II. I don't think anything has changed, so let's put it up on screen. So looking at this is the Heartseeker Mark II. And this is the Mark II base, right? So yeah, it's exactly what it was saying before. Now, I don't know what people are thinking, right? So like, what do you guys think? Do you think the size 3s plus the size 1, the 8 size 1 missiles are better than the 2 size 4s? Or the size, yeah, the 2 size 4, is it 2 size 4 Gatlings, right? Yeah, 2 size 4 Gatlings. Like, what do you guys think? Because to me, I'd rather have the size 4s. Both run out of ammo, right? But if you look here, these are also laser repeaters up here. So you really only run out of the ammo of the missiles. But to me right now, I think I'd rather have the Gatlings. You can't go far away from base anyway. So for me, and this is kind of like my philosophy when it comes to weapons in general, I go laser weapons if I know I need to stay out a little bit longer and I'm not going to be returning to base constantly. But if I know I don't have that much fuel, I'm probably going to go more Gatlings, because if I run out, I'm dead anyway. And I'll definitely, after every fight, be returning to base to restock. So to me, you keep the laser repeaters just in case you have like, one pair of laser repeaters just in case you run into something where you're, the last few hits, they're almost finished, and you only it only takes a few more hits for them to be completely finished. You don't want to run out of all of your ammunition right at that point, right? So you need some laser repeaters, but yeah. I didn't think they would be bespoke though. I mean, it makes sense because it is a kit that is applied, but they're bespoke. TMSB-5 Gatlings. And I think, let me see, I want to see, I don't think there's anyone, it doesn't say sustained DPS on here, only burst DPS. So and you can't look at these, so. Here, let's do this. And then just go to Gatlings. Yeah, okay, here we go. So the Revenants are 1266 to 922. Higher Alpha. I believe this is higher efficiency, right? More ammo. Faster fire rate. Higher range. And more HP. So if you could swap these for 2 Revenants, that would be better, you would think. But I think this is the number. I think this is the number that makes it matter, makes these the better option, right? Because if you can shoot 334 shots and you have a max of 3,500 shots, you have almost 10%, you can use almost 10% of your ammo, right? The same here, 10%, 10%, right? You can use 10% of your ammo here. So that means you got 10 volleys of fire, so to speak, and then you run out. Same thing here, a little bit over 10 volleys of fire. But the idea is you can get more shots out before you overheat with these Heartseeker Gatlings. So these are going to be better in general, but if you need to get more shots out, these are going to be better. So, you know, I guess you could kind of pick and choose. But you have the Revenants and you have the Gatling. It's not like you have to pick between the two, but I'm just saying if you could change out the weapons on the ball turret and make them Revenants, there's pros and cons, I guess. Whereas these, you know, it's just some Panthers, but you can change these out, you know, put attritions on it, right? You can change these out. All right, so now we're looking a lot more similar. Let's change these out to attritions, right? If we're running all attritions, we can kind of outdo the Heartseeker here. Now, this is the Heartseeker base, right? This is the standard Heartseeker, right? But, you know, we can change these to attritions, and now all of a sudden they're back on top, except for alpha damage, which the Super Hornet's going to have your alpha damage, right? So, yeah, they're closer than I anticipated. But at the same time, I didn't buy it specifically for its ability to fight. I do think it's, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is incredible for both of them. Both of them are incredible. I don't think anybody who got the Super Hornet Mark II is going to be upset at its firepower. Now, if it gets nerfed, maybe. But I don't think it'll get nerfed because when you look at the shields, this is what, when they did all those nerfs, I think it was back in September, when they did all those nerfs, this is what they were doing. They were splitting everything up, making all the parts smaller, doing doubles and triples of parts rather than doing larger parts so that people could actually remove them. And this doesn't have parts in game yet. So, yeah, I don't think this is going to get nerfed. I think this was the intent. The intent was for this to be a super powerful fighter. Now, I was surprised. Here, let's go back to me, I guess, because we're kind of done looking at that. I was actually surprised that they let the pilot control all the weapons. Now, I get it, they're locked forward or whatever, but I was actually surprised by that. I thought it was going to be weapons, like you can't use that top turret unless you have a co-pilot. And when I realized that wasn't the case, I was like, how? Oh man. I was like, how? Yeah, so I was surprised. As always, please make sure you like the video. If you haven't liked the video, you can always dislike the video, but either way, we appreciate you showing your opinion so that, you know, we know what to do next. I think my most disliked video I did was like, I don't know, it was like a repost or something. Like the audio was bad in the first one and then I reposted, and then I guess people didn't like the fact that I reposted it. It was a tie between that one and when I had no idea how referrals worked. And so I said, we're going to require 15 referrals for a prize. And I was like, people were like, that's too many. And I was like, is it? And so then I figured out how they work and I was like, oh, yeah, that's way too many. Oh my goodness. Oh, so we got some questions already. Make sure you put question in front of your question if you have questions, and then I can pull them out. So let's see what we got on YouTube. I upgraded my Mark 1 Heartseeker. Oh, I would have kept that one, Mike. I think I would have kept that one. Because you can do the new, I would have probably bought an F7C and upgraded it, or if you didn't particularly like the Mark II, but because that Mark 1 Heartseeker is gonna be, that one's gonna be rare. You said the bespoke size 4 Gatlings are not a DPS increase over the size 3s. So that's what kind of got me about the Heartseeker. It's not a typical DPS increase. It's more that you have more rounds. You have more rounds that you can send downrange before you overheat. And I think that's the thing that you get. And I also think it shoots faster, right? So the DPS is higher because you don't overheat as quickly. So I think that's kind of the thing there. But I don't think it's like straight up better DPS. The Heartseeker kit is just a ship skin and a component, not an upgrade. Correct. It's not your typical CCU type of upgrade or upgrade, that we're used to doing, through purchases. Through the upgrade screen, I would say. It's definitely, you go in, you grab pretty much any F7 Mark II, any one of them, and you take whatever's in that top slot, you take it out, and then you can put your ball turret in there, and then you change the ship skin to the Heartseeker skin, and you are good to go. One thing I forgot to get was ship skins for alternative ship skins for the Super Hornet Mark II. So we can go ahead and do that right now. Because I do still have some credit left over from yesterday because I didn't have to spend as much as I thought to get to that Heartseeker. Where am I going? But how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? This is my first consistent week of streaming. I'm trying to get back to streaming consistently. I was never supposed to stop streaming consistently. It was just life things. Life things always are happening. All right, so let's go to this Mark II, Super Hornet Mark II page. I didn't even actually look at all of the skins. I'm gonna get them all anyway, it doesn't matter, but I really just wanted the Heartseeker one. But it may not even be the best looking one. All right, let's let me do my purchase first, and then we'll go over it, because I think there's gonna be like a paint. Sure, there's this paint pack, right? Oh, they sell all the Mark IIs in a pack? Nice. Probably doesn't come with LTI though, right? Nope. I feel like every time they add a new ship to a pack, they all should come with LTI. So, upset that's not the way that worked, but it is what it is. All right, so it looks like you get the Love Struck paint, the Shikari paint, the Quicksand paint, the Silva paint. They have a 9 paint pack? What? Oh, it includes the Iron Scale, the Icebound, the Bracken. It includes all of them. All of the paints for all of the F7s. I suppose I could get that. Because I have the iron scale. I have like some of these. Huh. Let me go look at my paints because I'm pretty sure I have the other F7 paints. Does this include the Love Struck paint? It does not. So it's not all of the paints. Looks like it's 3 from each release. But I need to know if I have the, I don't know, what do you call it? What was the 3-pack called for the F7 Hornet Mark II? Because I think that's what I have, and I want to get rid of that and just get the big pack of all of the skins, because I think it's a better deal. And you really you can't CCU to paints, so you really just have to get the deals wherever you find them. And I am at the part of the game where I am collecting paints, so for me, it's it's worth it. Most people I would tell you probably don't buy paint packs and stuff like that. I'm trying to remember what paints were in the original. When the F7C Mark II came out, I think it was the Iron Scale, the Icebound, and the Regalia, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I know I have a pack. Do I not have a pack? Oh, you know what? I already melted it. I already melted it. Yep, I already melted it. And I melted it yesterday. I don't know why I didn't remember that I melted it yesterday. But the reason I melted it is because I wanted to make sure I only used credits for the upgrade. So I melted it and I was like, oh, I'll just buy it back later. But now I have enough to buy the skins anyway. So I'm just going to buy the skins in this pack. All right, let me buy this and then we'll kind of go over them a little bit. It's a really cool thing to be at the end of kind of your like ship purchasing uh I don't know timeline, because when you're at the end of it, it's very easy for you to make decisions. Like I feel like I don't I don't find myself waffling over decisions like, oh, should I get this or should I get that? It's more like, yeah, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get that. And then maybe somebody might change my mind, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get that. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I know, like because I have all of the fleet kind of worked out already. I know exactly what I need. Like I'm not like, oh, I don't have one of these or don't have one of these and don't have one of these and I need all of those things. I'm more like, I could probably get this done with that and get this done with that. And I think it just makes me, it's more fun this way, I think, when I have all the ships that I want. Now, one of the most constant things that I hear is like, well, what are you going to earn in the game? And I'm like, there's plenty of other things to earn in the game. Not to mention, I don't have all of the ships. There's certain ships like I'm never going to purchase a Javelin. I'm never going to purchase another Kraken outside the game. Like there's other, but I wouldn't mind having a privateer. You know, I'm not going to purchase an Idris P outside the game. I would only get the M. So like but they're inside the game, sure, why not? So there's plenty of things to grind for that I still want, but I don't need. And I have a few ships I need, but they're not $1,000 ships. Like, or the ships that I want. I mean, like the Razor EX for example was a ship that I didn't particularly need, but I wanted because I already have a snub ship, so I don't need another snub ship. But I purchased that one because I really like that one. So not everything is like that. All right, so let's go over this Super Hornet here. So weird thing they did, obviously, with the upgrade kit, allowing you to just pop this part out of any Hornet, Mark II Hornet. I think that also justifies the Mark II name, right? So you weren't able to do this on the Mark I's, but now you can just swap this out with the Heartseeker turret, right? Because in the other one, it was a full-on upgrade to get to the ship, so you had to own the ship. And then once you owned it, maybe you could swap something out. I never actually owned the Mark I, but you still would have had to own the ship first. This one, you don't have to own a Heartseeker, so to speak. You can just own any Hornet and apply the upgrade kit. And I like this way of thinking with CIG, where it's like, you know, like I have a Super Hornet. I really like my Super Hornet. I don't want to only have a Heartseeker. So I would love for if it was just a kit that I could apply and remove. And it's the same thing with the F7A. Like I love that it's just something you can just, you know, take this out, put this in, and go for it. Let's see. Oh, you know what another thing I need to test out is? I need to test out the F7A with the Heartseeker versus the F7A, I guess you could say base. I don't know if these guns are better in the F7A or if they're worse than what comes stock with the F7A. They really crammed the co-pilot in there, it feels like. They look like they have significantly less room. Oh, this is the part I wanted to kind of look at. These images are kind of cool. Let's see if we can zoom in here. Oh, I tried to zoom in and things went crazy. All right. Sure, one of these will be my my thumbnail when I do the video. Definitely got to review this one. I really like this picture. This will probably be the one right here. This is a really good picture of the Heartseeker. All right, and then these paints. So I have officially all of the paints now for the F7 series. I'm happy to have all of them because this is a ship that if I feel like I'm going to fly it so much that I'm going to want to change the paints often to kind of give it a new feel. Ooh, I like these. Let me see if, oh, all three of these are good. Kind of that Desert Storm look. And this is kind of like the actual Hornet look, you know? I always think of these like they're Hornets, but like, you know, where's the one that actually looks like a Hornet? And then this is just like unique. You kind of got the ACU pattern here, that like urban camouflage. And then it's kind of got the blue tint in the front. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then you could see here, you know, Concierge gets the paint, the Shikari paint, plus the ship at 220, which is, again, you could get the ship much cheaper than that. So no real reason to get this, except if you don't particularly like participating in the CCU game. And then, of course, these packs that we tend to stay away from. Like, I feel like everything that's over 500 War Bond, yeah, this is what it should be right here. Lifetime insurance. Thank you. Thank you, CIG, for doing that. All right. So this, I don't know how much money you're saving in this. It looks like what, 220, 175, 175. Or no, this is 175, 185, 185. I don't know the math. Do I have my trusty dusty calculator here? What's that? 185, 175 plus 2. What is it? 240, right, for the actual ship. 785. You're saving about $110 if you get it if you get it all in a pack. So that's not a whole lot of money to save. But again, for people who are actively trying to avoid using CCUs and stuff like that, I could see why people would get that. Especially because it has lifetime insurance for all of them. So if you did miss out on that. But again, lifetime insurance, you know, it's not as big of a deal. It's one of those things, like I say, it's a nice to have, but it's not necessary. I always try to get LTI, but if I can't get it, I can't get it. And I have bought ships that did not have LTI. And then this wonderful community has helped me get it. So that was great. All right, and then this is your Heartseeker stuff that we went over the other day. This is the upgrade kit. And then this is the Love Struck paint. So I do own this paint as well. This thing looks really cool. I was surprised it wasn't in this. Like, they could have just added the Love Struck paint in here. And it's the only one that's not in there. So this is the one I just bought. Yeah. So they got multiple paint packs you can get. This one's only available for Concierge. This one is the normally available one. Yeah. It looks pretty cool. All right, let's get back to these questions. Enough of the Heartseeker talk. I'm excited, though, if you can't tell. What's up, 10? Oh, we got a lot of people that jumped in. Shimpasta, Ethnification, C Duty, Cody Fox, Easy the True, JF, 10, Krivicus. I think I saw Yeti already. And then who else? People jump in on Twitch. Yep. Northern Tech, Great War Mage, Aviticus, Void Malign. I like that name. Northern Surge, what's up? All right, let's see what we got in the questions. If you have a question, make sure you put question in front of it. I'm going to change the title of this one, I think, because I talked about the Heartseeker for half of it. Let's see. Oh, the Mark I Super Hornet is the same, pilot controlled until you have a gunner? Okay. Did not recall that. I was trying to remember. I was like, oh man. Because when I did my reviews of the Super Hornets, so the Anvil ships, I believe, were my first ever ships that I reviewed. And I reviewed them like a year ago. And I wasn't a big Super Hornet guy back in the Mark I phase. So for me, I was like, I'll review them, but I don't own any of them. So I didn't become a Super Hornet fan until the Mark II. And it was because I wanted an F7A. Oh, so there's some issues. There's some bugs with the turrets, so be aware of that. If you get the Hornet, the Super Hornet Mark II and the Heartseeker, there's some bugs with the turrets, so just be aware of that. Buying paints based off the ships that you have with LTI, I get that. Question: would you ever do a live where you discuss a specific ship with people who have different play styles? Huh. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing something like that. Weight and height restrictions on the co-pilots. Yeah, that's Army. That's military for you. Jump Town is here. Time to sell the bombers. Yeah, they got a new Jump Town in Pyro, right? It's not called Jump Town though. I forgot what it's called. It's called something else. Oh yeah, they switched the name from ACU to ICP because that's what the military does. They switch the names of everything and make things way more complicated. Oh my goodness. ICP. So what does ICP stand for? ACU is what? Army Combat Uniform. So what is ICP? Oh, you said Universal Camo Pattern. Is the I just because Universal has an I in it, or is it UCP? Krivicus, you said how's it going? It's going well. I just rode a few miles on my bike, so I'm a little tired, but it's all good. Because today is technically my Friday. So, yeah, it's my Friday. It's Wednesday, but it's my Friday. I do got some papers to grade, but I'll be all right. Oh yeah, go ahead, Cody Fox. Drop the link to that issue council thing if you have it. How are you doing, Krivicus? Oh, Cody, I forgot your question. I'm sorry, I didn't see it up there. Yeah, I haven't seen you on stream for a while, but it's okay because I haven't done that many streams. It's not you, it's me. I really have I kind of slacked on the streams over the last month, you could say. But yeah, it wasn't on purpose. I was really trying to launch those two new channels. If you guys are not aware, I did launch two new channels, Billionaire Burner and Billionaire Carbon. Billionaire Burner is my account where I do Nintendo and retro stuff, and Billionaire Carbon is like all other types of game stuff that doesn't involve Nintendo, retro, or Star Citizen stuff. So they don't have a lot of videos up. I think Carbon only has one video up, and then retro or the burner only has two videos up. But the idea is, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna give something away. Um, if it's a Star Citizen fan, I'm thinking I'll give away a Guardian. But if it's a non-Star Citizen fan, I'll probably give away something else. I've been trying to think of stuff to give away to non-Star Citizen fans, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure it'll be a Star Citizen fan though, because nobody else knows who I am. Yeah, but yeah, I was trying to get those things launched, so it was taking some time away from the channel. My fight for Pyro has not yet begun. I'm hoping I can start tomorrow. Finally got some stability in the game. I can finally log into the game consistently, and I should have time tomorrow, the day before Valentine's Day, and yeah, that should work for me. Ooh, you said you're gonna toy around with your Heartseeker, and then But you can't justify having it and an F8C. See, this is exactly what I justified in my last video, or it was in my last stream, I think. So because it has 2 seats, that's why I can justify it. And because it has size 4s, which I believe the F8C only has size 3s. Size 3s and size 2s, right? So that's my justification. It has size 4s and it has a second seat. So it's technically meant to fight a slightly different range of ships. I would say that the Super Hornet is a true heavy fighter. I would say the F8C is a light, a medium heavy fighter, or can you say light heavy? I feel like that's too opposing to say that. So you got to say like medium heavy. You know, I always thought there should have been a size in between large and extra large, because large is sometimes too small and extra large is too big. So you could have, um, it's not extra large, but it's not large either. So it's large medium. I don't know, medium large. All right. Yeah, but you know, one thing I can do is I can justify pretty much any ship that I want to put into my fleet. So don't listen to me. But if you're going to an Ironclad or a Rastra, I have no notes. Both of those are incredible ships. Let's see. Having a gunner who has missiles to engage targets behind you trying to run would be nice. However, size 4s are good for taking down light fighters too close to maneuver the nose on. So yeah, I do think it's situation dependent. I think it's kind of knowing your target, right? Like you bring the right tool for the right job. And so I think my Heartseeker is mainly going to be kitted out to have those size 4s on it. If I need more missiles or something, I would probably bring something else that's more missile related. I could see. So I have 2 F8s, right? So I could kit one of my F8s out to be, you know, I mean, you can't, it's not like you can add missiles to it, but you can kit one out to have like a more laser focused loadout, and then the other one to have a more like ballistic focused loadout. And then you can, you know, one could be more to stop targets and one could be more to destroy targets. So you can, you know, you can kit things out the way you want. No decent ship buys with these 2 events running side by side. No LTI specials. Technically, they do have one. So, but I don't know what you mean by LTI specials. So, Northern Tech, you tell me what you mean by LTI specials. All the other Hornets have the ball turret pilot controlled, and the Paladin does it as well. I really like the idea. Yeah, I do as well. Yeah, hit that dislike button twice, Citizen Ninja said. Oh, Super Hornet Mark II concierge paint looks great. Yep. Yeah, the Warbond Hornet pack has LTI, which I'm actually surprised to see that. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be, but I feel like I've seen a lot of Warbond packs that did not have LTI. Did they do a Q&A for the Super Hornet Mark II? I do not think they did. But let me check. Yeah, I'm not seeing one. Yeah, I don't see any. I don't see a Q&A. I see a Hornet loadout guide. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. I got to show you guys this. You might have seen this already, but this is crazy. All right. So check this out. This is, what do they call it? Hold on. Let's go back. The nose, this is the center attachment compatibility or Hornet loadout guide. And I think this is the center attachment compatibility. Yeah, it says center attachment right there. So take a screenshot of that or go visit it on the dev tracker. This is incredible. So you can't use any of these, any of the Mark 1 turrets on the Mark 2s. You can't use any of the Mark 2 turrets on the Mark 1s. And then there's certain F7 turrets that you can use and you can't use here and there. So like the F7A Mark II nose turret, you get by default on the Super Hornet. And then you get it by default if you got the F7A Mark II upgrade. So that is the same turret, but it has missiles on it though. So how is that the same turret? Oh, it's the center attachment, not the turret. It's the nose turret that works, but it says nose turret, and I was thinking the ball turret, the one that goes up top. I don't know what I'm thinking. I was saying that wrong. But yeah, this is a pretty cool little guide here. So it looks like you can't put the F7A Mark II nose turret on the base Hornet, the base Mark II Hornet. You can't put it on the tracker and you can't put it on the Ghost, but you can swap it with the Super Hornet. So is the F7A just a Super Hornet with one pilot? That's what it effectively seems like. A one pilot Super Hornet. But we'll see how that's balanced out. I just thought this was really cool. Current issues. We're aware of issue with the F7A Mark II nose turret that makes customization difficult or in some cases impossible. Additionally, the F7A Hornet Mark 1, F7C-M Super Hornet Mark 1, and F7C-M Hornet Heartseeker Mark 1 currently cannot equip the cargo box radar or Ghost center cap. Our team is actively investigating this issue. Okay. Yep. They specifically mention the Heartseeker difference. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right. Just wanted to show you guys that because I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know that they do that often, where they just do like a full-on compatibility guide or something like that. But at the same time, this is kind of a unique situation. So yeah, it doesn't look like they did a Q&A. Let's see. If I buy not a pack with Heartseeker upgrade kit, but usual one, F7 something, they mentioned like a top your wallet for store credit. Will I be capable to get this fancy turret in game to get same performance? Now see that I don't know. I don't know if you'll be able to get the Heartseeker in game because there are some things that they did mention are not going to be available in game. So I don't know if the Heartseeker was one of those. I don't know if that was just applicable to the Mark 1 or if that's available, if that's applicable to this one. But I would assume most things you can get in game, but I just can't confirm it. I would lean towards yes, you can get it in game. Uh, but if you're worried about it, you could, purchase it and then melt it for the store credit, just so you have it just in case. He said make him an SC fan and give him an entry package. Oh, that would be interesting. If I buy, oh wait, I saw that question. Let's see. When the ironclad becomes flight ready, will that greatly influence the size and functionality of the Kraken? I don't think it will influence the size of it, but the functionality, yes. Because I think they're going to figure out a lot of the things that they have to work on with the Kraken by completing the ironclad. So as people walk around, as they finish it, they're going to be able to actually walk around something that's that big, that's Drake, and they can just see like, oh, okay, we made this too wide, this too little, this too, you know, um, available or whatever, or we need more entry and exit points because you don't want to have to walk from here all the way to there just to get out of the ship and stuff like that. So I think the functionality of it will change a little bit, but I don't think it will change drastically. I just think it'll be like the more like some of the looks I think might change. Not like all of it, not drastically, but like, a few things that jutted out on the right might no longer be there. A few things that didn't exist before might be created to add some functionality somewhere. All I want is to have a big box for a ship that can make the C2 not worthy. I mean, there's plenty of ships that make the C2 not worthy that are, well, I guess they're coming anyway, but the whole C, but you gotta wear it all out on the outside. If you don't want to do that, you can shrink everything to a 24 SCU box and put it in your what is it? Your caterpillar. What's a must-have ship in my opinion? Or wait, are we talking to? Oh wait, are you guys talking to each other? The Gladius? Okay. Uh, for me, must-have ship. I can't. I can't think of a must-have ship for everyone. Um, if it's a must-have ship, then it's got to be a ship that I own. So let me see what ship I would say is a must-have from my own fleet. That's all I can give you because I can't say it's must-have if I don't have it, right? I think there are ships I don't own that are must-have if they're your only ship or in a small section of ships. Let's see. Would I say any of my ships are must-have? Well, it wouldn't be anything expensive. I don't think anything expensive should be considered must-have. Oh man, must-have. I think the most expensive I would go as far as saying something is a must-have is probably the Endeavor, because the Endeavor can do so many things, and you're probably gonna save a lot of money buying it now. And slightly cheaper than that, I'd probably say the Starlancer TAC, because it's gonna be able to be like, it's the closest I've seen CIG do a do everything ship for a cheaper price. Like in the Endeavor can do a lot of things, but the Starlancer TAC, it can do hauling, it's a gunship, it's a drop ship, it's a medical ship, it's got, and it has like a place for a Fury to pop out of the top. Like, that thing is awesome. Outside of that, must have, man, it's hard to say. I would probably go with the Vulcan. I think everybody's gonna have a need for a Vulcan at some point, and I don't think a lot of people own them. You know, it's light repair, rearm, refuel. It's $200 though, but it has 3 beds. It's, you know, you can repair. I'm gonna say you could probably repair anything from a vehicle, the tiniest vehicle, all the way up to like a medium ship. Maybe even like a large ship. Probably take you a while though. Yeah, I think that's probably what I would go with. I'd say that's the cheapest must-have I have. I think, you know, outside of ships I own, you could say like a C1 or a Cutlass Black or something like that. But I think if you have other ships, you could go without those, and that's kind of what I did with my fleet. Yes, I did already give away the Perseus. I have to. I think I'm waiting on confirmation from that person. I think they've already contacted me. It was Vakir. They already contacted me, and yeah, I'm just waiting on their verification stuff. I'll check today and see if they sent that to me, and then they'll get their ship. So I did already give the Perseus away. So this month we're giving away the Misk Fortune, but for streaming, we're giving away, I don't even remember, but we're giving away something that I have in my fleet. What are we giving away? Maybe I was supposed to say it to everybody and I forgot. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. Ooh, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that. um, I think next month. I said I was gonna chill out on the giveaways. I'm doing too many giveaways. So let me. I'll just announce that part next month. I'll think about it some more. But we're giving away the fortune on the main channel. That's the main thing that we're giving away. Let's do an Intrepid. And yeah, we're supposed to do a vehicle, I think. Let's give away a more expensive vehicle. People don't ever get those. I don't know what the expensive vehicles are though. Let me check real quick. You never really see people giving away the more expensive vehicles. You normally see them giving away. I mean, and people can upgrade it if they don't particularly want a vehicle, but I think that's what I want to give away. But one of them will be the Intrepid. So we'll make the Intrepid the Twitch prize. And then Let me look at some vehicles here. I don't have any of these. So let me see if I can purchase one. Because if I can purchase one right now, then I'll just get it right now. Or maybe some of these are always available, actually. How much is the Storm? The Storm isn't even available. Let's do the Centurion. Yeah, let's give away a Centurion. Yeah, we'll do a Centurion for the YouTube prize this month, for the YouTube Live prize. There we go. So an Intrepid for Twitch, a Centurion for YouTube, and of course, if you double stream, if you dual stream, it's very possible you win both. So, dual streaming for the win, as they say. You said give away a prospector. I need one for one of my chains. I need a prospector for my chain. Oh. You said Intrepid and Idris. I don't have an Idris. Sorry. I don't even think I could get an Idris if I tried. The Idris is the hardest ship, I think, to get in the F5 Wars. I think the hardest ship to get in the F5 Wars is the Idris. So, yeah, it's probably not going to happen. Now, I'd say once I hit like, I don't know, let's say 50,000 subscribers or something like that, when I hit like a major milestone, I'll probably give away something like that. Because I already gave away a Perseus. So like, where do you go from there? Like an A2, a Polaris? We're probably not going to give away hull limited ships though until we get to like 50,000 or something like that, so that I can actually afford to purchase it and give it away. Because when you do a giveaway every month, CIG helps a lot, but like the idea is that when you do a giveaway, oh yeah, you can't gift anything that's more than 1,000. See, but I can't do that, but I can give you a metric ton of gift cards. So, yeah. I'll never hit 50K on my fleet. That's not going to happen. But I like the way you think, Sand Chimera. Let's see. What's up, Space Marine? What's up, Little Mantis? What's up, Dugale? Did I say what's up to Space Marine, Rhino, Jason, Loop? Yeah, I like that. Gift two $750 ships that they can melt and use the credit. I can dig it. I can dig it. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, Citizen Ninja. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Because maybe I'll just give it. Because instead of doing that, I could just give away a fleet, right? Like I could say, like I'm giving away like four ships. Any ship you can choose under $750 and under, and then like that the first ship can be any ship up to 750. The second ship can be any ship up to 500, and then the third ship can be any ship up to 350 or something like that. And then if they want to melt those and do whatever, they can do it. But yeah, so Intrepid for Twitch and Centurion for YouTube. So I think that makes this the first time that YouTube is getting the more expensive prize. But it had to happen at some point, right? We love Twitch, but we need YouTube to feel the love as well, right? Because there are some people who only feel comfortable streaming on YouTube, and I respect that. So there we go. But yeah, so if you guys want me to do a fleet giveaway, we gotta up those rookie numbers that we got. We got rookie numbers. What's up, Ubo? We got rookie numbers as far as our subscriber count. So you know, you gotta share the page with friends and all of that good stuff. The Metapin for bunkers. I do have a Metapin. For bunkers, Gladius for PvP, and then the Mark II, the Zeus. Which Mark II? Which Zeus though? You said Zeus Mark II. Which one? Then you said the Zeus Mark II Caterpillar Taurus for hauling. So I'm assuming you mean the CL. You said the Nova tank. I have a Nova tank. Thank you, Yeti, for the subscription with Prime. If you did not know, you can subscribe. If you are a Prime member, Amazon Prime member, you can subscribe for free. You get one free subscription every time you use, every time you pay a month of Prime. You also get a free Twitch subscription. So if you want to use that for us, we very much so appreciate that. And Yeti just did it for 2 months, so I appreciate that. What else we got? Oh, I'm sorry, I have not been going over these questions. All right, let me catch up on questions. Let's see. Oh, I'm way back. What paint pack are you going to aim for with the Pyro missions? Let me look at those again, because I forgot what they look like. But from what I remembered, I don't think I really care too much about the paint pack I get, so much as I get a paint pack. But let me check those out real quick. Where did they announce those at? Lunar New Year, referral, bonus, recruit, fight for Pyro. That's got to be it. You'll also receive a set of faction-specific ships, liveries. So you get one for the C8R, the Carrack, the Cutter, and the Zeus Mark II. I don't own any of those ships. I don't own a C8R. I don't own a Carrack. I don't have a C8R because I have a Metapin. I don't own a Carrack because I have an Odyssey. I don't have a Cutter because I don't need a Cutter. That's more of a starter ship, and I don't particularly need a starter ship right now. What do I have? What would I say I have instead of a Cutter? What can carry a little bit of cargo, but it's a little bit of a smaller ship? I really don't have anything that close. Vulcan, my Vulcan is effectively, it's bigger than a Cutter, but it carries 12 SCU of cargo, and that's probably my smallest ship that can be a daily driver. So that's what would make me not need one of those. What else they got? And then the Zeus Mark II. I might own a MR at some point, but that's the only one of these ships that I would own. Like if I didn't have a Metapin, I would have a C8R though. So, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't particularly care. Again, in that point, because I don't own any of the ships. Maybe they picked those ships because they're some of the most popular ships. That's the only thing I can think of, is they were like, oh, these are super popular, so. You do get the Ripper SMG by doing the fight for Pyro, so I do want that. Okay, so Citizens for Prosperity get the black and red. That's kind of my, I kind of dig the black and red. Again, the only one I would really look at is the, oh wait, let me share my screen with you guys so you guys can see what I'm looking at. So the black and red, this is the Citizens for Prosperity. I kind of dig this one. It looks pretty good on all of them, but this is the one I kind of dig. Ooh, I'm a purple guy. I don't even know if that's purple. I'm kind of colorblind, but it looks purple to me, so I'm gonna say it's purple. This one so far is my favorite one. I don't feel like there's enough of the purple on these two though. This one's kind of cool, but I think with the Carrick, or actually, can you guys even see my cursor? You guys can't even see my cursor. Anyway, with the Carrick, I'm not a huge fan of most skins that the Carrick has. So, yeah, this would definitely be all about the Zeus. It's all about the Zeus. That Zeus. This one's cool too. I like this. I like these. I like all of these actually. This is actually a pretty good one for the Carrick. So I think the Headhunters get the purple. And the Frontier Fighters get the camo. Ooh, it's tough. Between the Frontier Fighters and the Headhunters, I would be fine with either one. Actually, I think I would be fine with any of these. If I had to pick one, it would probably be the Headhunters because that metallic purple, I think, kind of does it. But it's very close with this camouflage. So yeah, and this is like a close third, so it's not really that big of a deal for me. I think I like all of them enough to where I would be good with any of them. Is there anything else you get? I think that's it. Yep, that's all you get. You get the weapon and then the ship skins. I think I probably would have preferred an armor set with a weapon, not just the weapon. I think an armor set, like a full Pyro armor set that like was themed around this weapon, would have been probably, it would have made more sense to me because for Save Stanton, you get, you know, the two weapons which are super useful, but like the Ripper SMG is it's good SMG, but like I think armor would have made it seem a little bit more like the same. And I feel bad for anybody who doesn't have one of these 4 ships. Now these are very common ships, but I do feel bad for anybody who doesn't have any of these ships because you're doing all this and then you're getting a prize that you can't do anything with. Now, of course, you can purchase these ships in game and then apply them, right? But I don't think that has the same pull as, you know, weapons that you can put on any ship that has size 2s, right? Let's see. But you asked which one am I going to aim for? I think I kind of dig. I mean, the Headhunters like Pyro the way it is. I'm not sure I like Pyro the way it is, but I do respect their gangster, so to speak. But I probably am going to go Frontier Fighters. If I had to only choose one, Frontier Fighters seems to be more about what I'm like. It's not like, I think Headhunters is kind of like full chaos, and then Citizens for Prosperity is too good, like they're too focused on being law abiding, But I don't want like the two extremes. I kind of want something a little closer to the middle, and it seems like the Frontier fighters are closer to the middle. The only way to get LTI on the Heartseeker upgrade turret is to buy the $240 pack. I don't know if that's true. Because if you upgrade... Huh. So you have to spend the 240 war bond to get that on the turret? You would have to show me that, because when I look at my screen, it doesn't say any insurance. Let me go and look at it again. I'm pretty sure it doesn't say any insurance is attached to that. So I think if you have insurance on the ship and that's applied to the ship, I don't know. I don't know how that works. Like, this is a interesting question though. Yeah, it doesn't say any insurance whatsoever. So if it said like 24-month insurance or something like that, that would make more sense. So I guess the question then becomes, if I have the F7 Hornet Mark II Heartseeker upgrade kit on my ship and that's what it blows up with, do I get all of those things back with my F7? Or do I only get the base F7 and I lose the Heartseeker upgrade kit forever? And I just don't see them making us lose that forever. Because they could have simply just put insurance on it and said you have to buy it with real money, and then made it to where, you know, you spend $25 to buy it with real money and then you get LTI on it, and then you spend $30 with credits and then you don't get LTI. But they didn't put any insurance on it, so that makes me think that you're going to get it back. And they did say eventually you'll be able to add extra things to insurance anyway. So like, I don't think they confirmed armor insurance or any of that stuff. I'm not 100% sure they confirmed that stuff, but I know they confirmed you will be able to have weapon, like insurance on your weapon. So I'm not too worried about that anyway. Happy the Mark II came out, finally able to upgrade my Weekend Warrior package from 2013. I don't even know what that looks like. I didn't even know the game existed in 2013. That's crazy to me. Every time somebody's like, yeah, I bought this in 2013, I'm like, oh my God. You bought something 12 years ago for this game? 12 years ago? Man. Just to put that into perspective, I'm pretty sure GTA 5 came out in 2013. That's how long ago that is. So I'm hearing that the Ares has had kind of a resurgence. Now I haven't tested it, so I can't say from experience, but have you guys seen the Ares have any like new, you know, things that make it valuable again? Oh, question. When are we going to learn the secret of the Prowler? I know you promised to not share. However, when will CIG let us know? I think CIG will let you know the next time that they have a serious discussion about alien ships. If not the next time, then the time after that. Cyclone MT. Oh no, I already looked at that. Let's see. What's up? Oh, I already said that. Wait, am I messing this up? Is there language that Nova means no go? Novas are super fun in AC. Wish there was a good use for them in the PU right now. Yeah, I don't know. I do wish there was a better use for them in the PU. I mean, if they get Jumptown working right, like if they actually make it worth the time and effort to go to Jumptown again, that would be a really good use for them. But I don't really buy things for how useful they are now. I buy them for like my overall fleet usability, and I think Novas are going to be difficult to come by when the game releases. I won't say difficult, but more of a hassle to come by than some of the other vehicles you can purchase. And that's on my list of 5 vehicles everybody, that is in a position to purchase vehicles should purchase. The group I think I already answered this. I think I want to go with the Frontier Fighters. I'm okay with going with any of them, I think, but I think the one I lean towards is Frontier Fighters. No, dailying a Zeus is not weird at all. I think that's absolutely what the Zeus is meant for. Like the ES, the CL, any of them, I think you're doing fine. Um, I will probably, if I get an MR, that's the only one of those that I actually can find a use for in my fleet. I would probably daily that as well. Metapin does have a tier 2 bed. The Ripper is good on NPCs but weird on humans. That is a sentence if I've ever heard one. Next big ship release, I'm gonna go with. I'm probably gonna go with Perseus. What do we got coming up? Stella Fortuna. We got Stella Fortuna. Then we have Triggerfish. Then we have, yeah, I'm gonna go Perseus. It's either gonna be the Perseus or the Apollo, because the Apollo is less work than the Perseus. So it is very possible that, like, I wouldn't, because they just released the Super Hornet this month. I don't know if we would get it next month, but I mean, April, I wouldn't, I wouldn't put it past CIG to release something in April. Just to have something for people to use going into Invictus. I'm just ready for the CCUs. That's what I'm ready for. The CCUs. Because my Prospector CCU, there's a lot of people waiting on that Prospector CCU. That can come anytime between now and anytime between now and Invictus. But I need a Vanguard Harbinger CCU, and that one is very likely to occur at Invictus. Vanguard Harbinger or Sentinel, either one of those will work. So if I get either one of those, I can close out a lot of my loops, or a lot of my. I keep saying loop because I see Loop is talking in the chat. But I can close out a lot of my chains. You want to know how much the Starlancer BLD will be? I've been pretty good with the prices lately. I think I've got most of the prices right, or I was within like $15. I think I originally said 225 for the Heartseeker, or for the Super Hornet. And then I said the Heartseeker would be $20 more, but it's 240, and then the Heartseeker's $30 more. But the Heartseeker being $30 more and being applicable to all Hornets, I don't think anybody saw that coming. So yeah, that was a unique situation. But I nailed it with the price on the Guardian. I nailed it with the price on the Intrepid, and I don't remember the rest. Oh, I think the new price for the Polaris and the new price for the Pioneer. But I think the Star Lancer build, if the TAC is 330 and the max is 250, I think the most the BLD will be is 350, and the cheapest it'll be is 250. But because we kind of have the 250 and the 330, I'm gonna guess that the BLD will be about 300. Because the TAC, you can kind of justify it being more expensive because it has the medical capabilities and it has those size 5 weapons and it's got drop seats. It's got a whole lot of extra things that the BLD may or may not have. I don't think it will. So I would say the build would be cheaper than that one. So I'm gonna go $300 on the BLD, or build, or BLD, whatever we want to call it. Liberator, if you solo, nah, I think you need at least 2 people for the Liberator. I wouldn't solo a Liberator. You could solo anything technically, but I think I would definitely want at least 2 people if I was gonna get a Liberator. I think 2 people is perfectly fine for a Liberator though. That's one of the unique and great things about the Liberator. They had the Prospector CCU during Founders Day. Oh, when is Founders Day? Is that July? Yep, it's July. Founders Festival. I can wait till July. I mean, all these ships, are in flux anyway. Most of my ships are not even in the game yet, so I can wait till July to finish all my chains. But I think we might get one before. I would love to see the TAC released this year. I would love to see that also at Invictus. If we don't get the Perseus, I need at least the Apollo and the TAC at Invictus. Because this is my thing. Like they're saying they're bringing in the Pioneer, and they're saying they're bringing in the Perseus. So they could do the Perseus at CitizenCon, and then they can do the Pioneer at IAE. So then what do they have left for Invictus? Like, what do you release at Invictus if the other 2 aren't ready for Invictus? Well, the Apollo and the TAC would be really good, because the TAC shouldn't need that much work because the Max is already in game, so most of the work should be done for the TAC. How was your guys' experience with 4.0.2? I noticed. I mean, I've only been in the game for like a very small amount of time, but from what I noticed, it seemed more stable. I didn't have to log out. I didn't have to wait for an elevator an obscenely long amount of time. So, oh, okay. Void Malign said, yeah. My experience has not been great. Turret won't have warranty unless you buy the Heartseeker War Bond. Warranty is on anything bought in the pledge store. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's a really good question to ask CIG for this next Star Citizen Live, because it's kind of murky. This is something that they've, as far as I know, never done before, where it can apply to multiple ships, but you have to purchase it as an upgrade, right? So like, how does this work with the Idris K kit, right? So that's the only version of this I can think of. You get the Idris K kit. You have the Privateer kit. Um, so how would that work? Like, do you have to buy those with LTI? But it doesn't mention insurance when you go and look at it. When you go and look at the purchased, like, actual thing that you purchased, it doesn't mention insurance on it at all. So if it required insurance, shouldn't it say 6 month, 24 month, or something like that? And it doesn't say that. So my guess is you get back whatever your level of insurance is. So like, to get the ship back, you have to have that warranty on it. And then you get all the weapons that were on it when you lost it, right? And because remember, that level 3 insurance includes decorations and everything attached to your ship. So if the Heartseeker upgrade is attached to your ship and you have level 3 insurance and a warranty, that makes sense that you would get that back. That's the logic I'm going with. Yeah, I hope the build is 300. I'm gonna say 280 to 300 is a safe bet, but I'm gonna go 300 because CIG is gonna want that extra 20 bucks from you. Now it might be 300, and then the war bond is 280, and that would make sense to me. War bond could be 280, 285, something like that. They normally do 20 bucks, 20 to 25 bucks. So I would say price 300 with credits, war bond 280. Yep, that sounds good to me for the BLD. Oh man, we're at an hour and a half already. We gotta we gotta hop off of this stream. I didn't even notice it was an hour and a half. Holy crap. I have a life. I have a life, folks. I'm supposed to be doing things. But let me do the last questions, and then we also need to find a person to raid, of course. Let's see who we're gonna raid. Astromani. I think I just watched one of Astromani's videos. Does anybody follow Astromani on YouTube? I think I just watched one of Astromani's YouTube videos. Yep. I definitely just watched one of their YouTube videos. Look at that. Perfect person to jump to then. All right, the raid is in. Let me see those last few questions. I don't see a whole lot of them. Actually, I don't see any of them on YouTube. Yeah, I don't see any questions. So I guess we can just go ahead and raid. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for watching, especially the dual streamers. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I will see you back here. What's Wednesday? Today is Wednesday, so I'll see you back here Saturday. I'll stream on Saturday, and I will very much so try to hop in game tomorrow, Thursday. It'll be later in the night, like 7, 7:30, 8, to do Pyro and to do a jump, because I have not jumped to Pyro yet. All right, I'll see everybody later. Let's raid! Raiding now. Later, everybody.